guys, as you may know, I started college. And boy was I not ready. So I'm currently on my 3rd week of college and I haven't really slept much. I've been very busy. Very, very busy. Every single minute of my day is occupied. I'm complaining a lot. Anyways, I have a story to tell you, and it's college related. It has to do with my very first day. It was a very awkward experience. I'm not going to name names in this story for personal reasons and for respectful reasons. But on my first day, I have an American cinema class, and then I have a history class, starting at 12, ending at 4. Yeah. I was looking for my history class, which was room H185, and they took down the numbers of the classes for some reason, so we kind of just had like papers of the numbers of the class on the doors, but some of the doors were open, so I couldn't really see, so I was kind of counting my way, and I saw my teacher, and I walk up to her in my polite, light voice that I usually do when I meet people. And I said, "Is this room 185? And she said, "Yeah, it is." So I went in and I sat down far in the back, like I usually would, because the class was pretty occupied, so there wasn't a lot of like isolated seats. So I just made my way into the back. Now the class is set up with tables rather than just desks. So there were 2 tables pushed together, and then an aisle, and then another 2 tables pushed together. I sat in a whole table by myself, and there was a guy on the other side of the room, on the opposite side of the tables. The teacher started the class, and she said, "As you can see, this class is not very full. So can you 2 gentlemen come find a seat closer to the front?" 2 gentlemen referring to me and the actual male. She just called me a gentleman. I am not a gentleman, nor will I ever be a gentleman, considering the fact that I'm not a boy. And she said that in front of the entire class. On the very first day, within the first 5 minutes of the class starting. And of course, I was extremely embarrassed, so I didn't say anything, because I was very embarrassed, and I'm not very outspoken. So I quickly just picked up my stuff as fast as I could and just rushed to the next open seat, which was 2 tables up on the end. And I quickly sat down, and I look to my left, and I saw somebody that I didn't really want to see. It was a girl that I used to be practically best friends with, who I had a falling out with a couple years ago. Oh, it was a year ago. And I was very uncomfortable. I was not expecting to see her again, nor did I really want to. I like to just kind of isolate the people who I don't get along with, just so I don't have to worry about that stress anymore, because I don't like stress, and I just don't like being near people I don't get along with, for understandable reasons. And that's okay. But I was very uncomfortable. I didn't know it was her, because I didn't recognize her from the back. But it was her, and I was very uncomfortable. I was taken by surprise. I had a lot of anxiety, but I wasn't 100% sure that it was her. So I kind of just sat there, and I was peering over ever so slightly to see if I could see the name on her paper. And it was her, which caused me to panic a little bit more. I couldn't get up. I was already sitting there, and I didn't want it to be extremely obvious, so I just kind of bared with it. I just kind of sat there anyways. And throughout class, we found ourselves leaning opposite of each other, which was kind of funny. But it happened, and she obviously knew that it was me. She obviously knew that I knew that it was her. But we didn't say anything. It was just really awkward. But that's not the end. Oh, there's more. The teacher continued on with the class, and she said that she was going to be giving us events that we will be having to find the dates for. And I was like, alright, that's fine. She hands me my events. Alright, cool. The next thing she says gives me another wave of panic. I will be putting you all in groups of 4 according to what tables you were at. Oh, cool. Looks to my left. Dies a little bit. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to talk to her. I really don't want to. I'm afraid. I'm uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. She leads the group because she's more of the outgoing type and is better with talking to people than I am. And we go along the line saying our events. And it comes to me, being the last one. And I try to speak, and I kinda don't at first. You know, no sound comes out. In 210 something to 210 BC, and it comes out very stuttery and frantic, I should say. So it was obvious I was extremely nervous and uncomfortable. I had to do it. It was a part of the assignment. I had to do it, okay? So I wasn't gonna create a fuss, and I was just gonna deal with it and just do it, okay? Because that's just the right thing to do. So we got done introducing our events to each other, and the rest of the class is not done. So we kind of just sit there silently for a couple seconds. And then I hear, so Sam, what are you majoring in? Huh? Oh no! I was not ready to talk. I'm trying to recover from the recent events. But she was trying very hard to be polite, and I totally understand that. But it was very hard for me. And I just explained to her how I'm majoring in liberal arts, and then
I'm going to transfer to the state school and major in film. And she tells me that she isn't sure exactly what she wants to do. She's in liberal arts. She doesn't know if she wants to major, and she doesn't know if she wants to transfer yet. But she does want to be a choreographer still, like she did before. And I was like, oh, that's really good. I'm glad you still want to do that.
And we have some nice small talk with a very underline of tension. But I appreciate the fact that she was trying to be very polite, despite the fact that we do not get along at all, which made it a little bit better. As the class goes on, I become a little bit upset, on the sad side, because nobody likes losing a best friend, especially in the way that I did, and that was angry, in an angry way. And I ended up becoming very sad, because obviously I am upset that I lost my best friend, and there's nothing really I can do about it. I don't want to be friends with her again, because obviously people change and stuff, and we just don't get along anymore at all. And it stinks, but it happens. It still makes me upset to this day, because we were really, really close back in the day, and I miss having that. When I looked at her, she didn't really look like the same person as I saw those years ago. But, you know, what are you gonna do? There's nothing really you can do, and it happens. You lose friends, and some people take it better than others. I don't take it very well. And our falling out happened almost a year ago, and it still bothers me to this day, because I wish it never happened, because nobody likes fighting with other people. It's not fun unless you're like that. Once the class ended, I quickly grabbed my stuff, and I looked to my left at the girl I once knew in a past time, and she says, Sam, it was nice talking to you. And I was like, yeah, you too. I don't know if she truly meant it or not. I don't know if she actually thought that, or if she was just being polite. Nor does it really matter at this point. Because we're not friends anymore, and nor will we ever be friends again. It was an experience, and I wanted to share that. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, leave a like, and if you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed and would like to see more, click subscribe. I really appreciate it. Keep smiling, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Hehe.